سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهدى يا صاحي كي تستريح.
والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. A beautiful story that came up in our major sin series, the book by, or what's attributed to Imam al-Dhahabi rahmatullahi alayh, where he speaks of a king of Persia, a king of al-Furs, Kisra. He had a son who he got a tutor for, a mu'addib. And this was common in the olden days and still until today. Those who are of the higher class or those of the elite portion of society, they sometimes get people to come and teach their children etiquettes and how to conduct themselves in an extremely appropriate manner to ensure that they're of the highest standard. So this mu'addib would come and he would teach the child how to behave and how to have etiquette and how to conduct himself in an appropriate manner, especially for the status of his family. The child reached a level where he was the pinnacle and the one who stood out from amongst his brothers and sisters, that he was the best of the best. So the mu'addib knew that this child is going to be and is the best and will remain the best, inshallah. So one day this tutor called for the child and he beat the child for no reason. He done nothing wrong. He simply beat the child, and this child got upset and he was angry. And he kept within himself. And the mu'addib had this ability. He had this authority over the child where he could hit him if he's seen it as something valid and something appropriate. So the king didn't punish him. The king of Persia didn't punish him. But when this child grew up, his father obviously passed away. And because he was the best in etiquette and conduct and manners, obviously he was the successor to his father. He was the most appropriate fit. Now that he's become king and he has the authority over the people, he calls for the tutor. The tutor comes and he says to the tutor, when I was younger, you hit me for no reason whatsoever. Why did you hit me? The tutor said, I knew that, or when I seen that you were the best in conduct and mannerisms and etiquette from amongst your brethren, that you were going to be the one who will succeed your father. And I wanted you to feel and to know how it feels to be physically abused and oppressed for no reason whatsoever. So that when you do become king, you do not physically abuse nor oppress your subjects. SubhanAllah, this mu'addib, this murabbi taught this young child through a practical way, a practical example, a real life example. And this child didn't forget it. He kept it in his heart until he was an adult. So that when he was an adult and that lesson he was reminded, why I done that to you, he learned. And then he ended up being a just ruler over his subjects. Dear brothers and sisters, Islam is all about conduct and etiquette and manners. And this is taught to us via the Quran and via the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. But especially when it comes to children, through practicality, through practical means, through real life examples. Our children will learn of our actions more than they do our words. And you, dear brother, dear sister, dear father, dear mother, you are the example and you are the pathway which your child will walk upon. You are the example, the role models that your children will emulate and will follow. Ensure that you, dear brother, dear sister, dear father, dear mother, you are proper examples and upright examples for your children. Be ones who when they look at, they remember Allah, they remember the Prophet ﷺ, they follow Islam. Do not raise your children now on bad ways and corrupt ways. Things like lying. You tell your child lying is haram, but you lie to him. You say, I'm going to take you out, and you don't take them out. This is a lie which your child has just learned. You tell your child, listen attentively, but when they're talking to you, you don't listen to them. This is a lie, and this is a bad habit that your child will learn. You tell your child, have manners in front of people and respect your elders. You respect your elders, but they see you with your parents or with your grandparents or with your uncles and aunties, you don't have that respect for them. So they hear your words, but they learn from your actions. Just like the Persian prince learned from a young age the practical example, be a practical example of uprightness for your children, because your actions speak much louder than your words, especially when it comes to your children. Be people who your children will be raised up properly and Islamically because of the way that you lived and the proper way that you show them. And do not be a means for your children to go astray until it becomes extremely hard for them to come back on the right path and fix their conduct. Now, before it's too late, so that we reap, because we will only reap what we sow now. You want good fruits? Bless the ground, the fertile ground, with proper seeds and a proper watering and a proper upbringing, so that inshallah, when they grow older, the fruits that they give off are fruits of righteousness and which are Islamic in accordance to the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's what we're commanded and that's what we want, that to be successful in this world and the hereafter. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهدى يا صاحي كي تستريح